as far as I can remember of Santa Barbara, was only a play school where you learnt to tie ribbons. Well, I started school when we were in Rosary Gardens at Queen's Gate at Miss Spalding's, which was a very strict, very big school, and from the States it was rather different. I couldn't get on with it at all. I got into trouble for bringing wrong things into school. They weren't kind about it. They just were perfectly horrible, I thought. So I didn't last that long. Nobody liked it. I helped with various projects down there. There were evacuees with frightful diseases coming down to look after in a sort of hostel place. And we watched the Battle of Britain from there because we had a very good view of that, because they were doing a lot of fighting way out there. I just decided to work on munitions, as they called it. A factory which made parts for engines for presumably aeroplanes or some, in machine shop and things, which was awful, really. It was so noisy with music while you work going and things. And then I was moved to one in Victoria Embankment, which was much handier. So I used to bicycle down there through the doodlebugs. They were quite frightening when they used to come along and stop their engines, and you wondered what was going to happen. And I used to just throw the bike down, and everybody else did, and just go to some doorways or something. And I was coming home one day, and this happened, and I just did it. And when I got home, my mother said to me, "Where the hell? No, not where the hell. Wherever have you been? You're absolutely black from head to foot." And I hadn't realised that I had caught a bit of the sort of smoke stuff, whatever it was that came out, oily stuff. And it took some getting off, really, the clothes and everything. We just took as a matter of course, really. It really didn't sort of worry us at all. The American embassy in those days was in an old house, a beautiful old house. The Italians were in the next one. And I was there, must have been nearly 10 years, I suppose. Lots of different funny types of Americans toing and froing, but they were all delightful. And it was great, yes. On our return journey, the purser chap came up and said, "Oh, excuse me, ladies, but the doctor wonders if you would care to join his table." We sort of thought, do we do this or don't we, or what do we do? So we thought, oh, yes. So from then, we went to the doctor's table, who was a very young, up-and-coming Cunard chap, and he had another doctor there, and another chap who was a businessman. And it ended up with Nell pairing up with the business chap, and I paired up with the other doctor travelling. And we had a roaring 5 days, which ended up with me marrying the doctor. I don't think there's any secret. I think it's sort of how you're made to keep going. Just because I like people and being kept busy. I'm not a great one to sit at home and mope, and I'm not a great reader, and the television's pretty well rubbish, and I just like doing things rather than sitting back and relaxing.